So just behind me you'll see this rather chewed up edifice, which is the Pig and Whistle pub, and there are still few examples left in the city, less and less as time goes on, of buildings that were damaged during the Second World War. Largely the May Blitz of 1941, when the Luftwaffe decided they wanted to try and level most of the city, this being an example. So it left sort of many half buildings about the place, but what the Luftwaffe failed to do, the city planners certainly managed to compensate for. And I suppose in recent times, the recent boom in construction, which is the first sort of sustained boom, you could say, since the Second World War in the city, that's happened across the city, has really started to transform it again, and you're seeing sort of evidence of modernity everywhere. It doesn't really take much effort for me to move around and show you the modern buildings that are appearing. So, where do I stand on this debate? Am I just reporting this? Am I just saying, right, here it is, this is a modern city? We've been through big changes. The city's shrunk in many ways. It's altered almost beyond recognition. But of course it has. You know, that's what happens. The Second World War, being on the wrong side of the country, the wrong side of politics, it's inevitable. Do we accept that? Do we move past our history and just get on with it and not worry about it ever again? Accept what we've got, build upon it, put great big new glass buildings up, and forget there was ever a past, really? Well, no, we don't. We need to sort of remember what was and is captured in these spaces, even if those spaces are changed, even if those buildings are no longer here. Maybe the Liverpool character, if there is such a thing in the city, and I believe there is, has been too preoccupied with its own past, gazing inwardly too much, ramping up its own self-importance, its own self-pity, as some people might say it. Or maybe there is something kind of glorious about it, and there's a real spirit that exists here that can be felt by anyone who visits the place, or particularly by anyone who lives here. I'd like to think it's the latter.